and the complexities. We told you that yesterday we saw that man was wonderfully made. Which topic took us to that one yesterday? Gender differences. Man wonderfully made. And because of that, man is what? Complex. How many nerve cells did we say is just in between the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere? Who can remember? 200 what? Million nerve cells for this place alone, at the center alone. Man is wonderfully made. So conflicts usually portray that we are different, and that is, human beings are different in nature, in societies, in tribe. Even your siblings, you are different from your siblings. True or false? Yes. But what they are saying is that it does not necessarily mean that you have a dysfunctional experience or that conflict is totally bad. When conflict is more than the time you relate with one another, that's when it is toxic. Okay? You get to understand that as we go. Next slide. Every relationship, I repeat, every relationship comes with potential conflicts. What does that mean? Every relationship comes with potential possible disagreement. So it should not surprise you that you disagree with your partner. The partner that, remember, we had to trace when we first met in this series, how that was the first day, how the chemistry was very, very strong. And after that, we now start having this disagreement. Every relationship. It is hard to find a relationship that has no conflict. So having a conflict in a relationship is not really abnormal. You get to understand it after. It certainly does not mean the end of that relationship. It only means that we now have the opportunity to improve on our what? On our what? Relationship. And even take it to what? The next level. When you are talking, it will prove to me that you are listening and you are following. From a spiritual perspective, from a spiritual angle, relationship is an opportunity for growth. Remember, we've been talking about character building since Thursday. Each relationship is unique. You cannot use my relationship and compare with your own. Each relationship is different, it's unique, it has its own unique characteristics. We are first attracted into a relationship because of some common similarities and interests. I can remember when we met in ASWA, we used to read together. ASWA school environment gave us the opportunity to really understand ourselves and really talk a lot. We are taking some courses together. We took family and life course together. We took psychology together, and gave us the opportunity to talk a lot about family, about how families should be, about this and that and that. And from there, we got to know that our values, our ideas, we are aligning. Our ideas, we are, going together. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. However, it is the differences that offer us growth for potentials. How we grow depends on how we manage these differences. Differences are also what we call what? Differences are psychologically, but I'll try as much as possible to, compress them. This presentation is supposed to be 2-3 hours in a series, but I'll try as much as possible to reduce them. In this book, Managing Differences, Daniel tells us that in every relationship, the differences that make us unique individuals also are source of potential conflict between us. How do we differ as individuals? We differ in our what? In our self-interest. Your self-interest is different from can be different from your partner's self-interest. Your priority can be different from your partner's. What you deem important can be, even as Christians, even as Adventists, what you deem important can be different from what the other person deem important. If the children send us money, what I use my own money to do is different from what my husband will use his money to do. Did I tell you what he uses his money to do? Okay, let I tell you. You know what he do? He uses his money to do? Mission to neighbor. You understand what I mean? He will use it for mission. Even if that's 10,000, even if that's 20,000. The day where I fear this man, and the day they sent him, I think 20,000 or something. He took it to mission to neighbor. And me, I'll take my own to Asian market. And then I see something to wear, I take my own to that place. His whole priority is different. Does that cause conflict? At times. Because of that, do we tear our pants? No. So, in many other ways, the greater the differences, the heavier the burden or our ability to manage those differences. Okay, let's go to the next one. In analyzing conflicts, this professor said that conflicts are propelled basically by the same factors. Let's go to the next one. I would like to bother you with this slide. What are the common causes of conflict in a marriage? Can we say number one? Number two? What is division of labor? As they do something for kitchen, I want you to come and join me in the kitchen. You say, kitchen is for the third one. The other one. Does it cause differences? Yes. My mate, my husband's senior brother's wife will tell me, Igbo people, that we eat grass because our soup is mainly vegetable. They eat less of vegetable, but more of meat and fish. Their own is meat and fish must be one. Our own vegetable must be differences in culture. What of religious differences? In Adventists and Adventists, do we have Adventism? How do I put it? Differences in our level of understanding or practicing our religion as Adventists. Yes. Parenting, does it cause conflict? We cannot take all of them one after the other because it's plenty. We have handled some yesterday. Professor handled some yesterday also. Weight and appearance, does it cause conflict? In fact, one person told me, life and direct, I can't sit down with my wife. I don't like the way he dresses. I was shocked. Weight is too fat, it's too slim, it's too this one. Make your partner as much as possible what you want your partner to be. Break down in communication. Does it cause conflict? Remember we said there was one word we mentioned yesterday when we were talking about gender differences. Can you remember that word concerning communication that has to do with stone? Can you remember? Stonewalling. Good, we are good students. Stonewalling yesterday. It can cause conflict. Next slide. Loss of shared goals and interests. Some couples will say, he promised me, she promised me, or he promised me I will go to school, or will be open business for me. And after marriage, nothing. Shared goals and interests. If he was doing his family life alone, maybe I would have been grumbling. It takes some time. You do this one, you do this one. But by God's grace, we are having shared ministry. Sexual incompatibility, we talked about that a lot. Professor Amma also mentioned it, so we don't have to go into that one. Infidelity, does it cause conflict? Yes, we have also talked about it. Some of us, even in this hall, still look at giraffe. That's the word. Giraffe for another person's wife. For another. Do you know women have started giraffing? I want to borrow his word. Yes, women have started also giraffing. Is it good? It can cause conflict. Excitement and fun gone wrong. Which gender likes excitement and liberation fast? Women. There was a time I went for a program and I came back. I dropped the material on the table. They not sent me. That my son where they got those and picked it up, called the sister, they read it. And for the first time, that time we were reading, they were small though. Donna said, Mommy and Daddy, we want to hold meeting. Daddy looked at me and looked at Daddy. Meeting? Say yes. We have family meeting. We sat down. If I told Daddy, did you report me to the children? That is it. See, we can do like this. Okay. We respected ourselves, our old age. In evening came. Mommy, did you go for a conference? I said, yes, of course. He said, are you practicing what they wrote, what they taught you people? I said, what do you mean? Yes, of course. He said, no. You are not practicing. You and Daddy, you are not practicing. I said, what's the problem? He said, there is no fun and excitement in this house. I'm telling you. Daddy said, what is the fun? I carry people, you know that time they will carry us for camp meetings. We go to church, we go to we go to this place and this place, we go to Warren, we go to say that those are church functions. They say as a family, you should take us out once in a while. I look at that, I was very, am I angry or happy? I was very happy. Who know life for? Hey! Inside my mind, I said, son, speak on. Son, go ahead. I don't know, say my own they come. Do you know Daddy succumbed in righteousness? He said, Daddy, what you know is evangelism there, carpentry there, this man there. This one, I said, but I carry people along as I'm going. Is that not fun? He said, no, that's a different type of, that's religious form. We want recreational form. So one afternoon, Daddy said, close the kitchen. We are going out for the lunch. Man, I was very happy. He chose the restaurant. As I was walking inside the restaurant, I was walking like a side chick. Because I don't see wetin I never see before. I was very happy. Mission to them, but they don't start. So, excitement and fun gone wrong in a relationship can cause conflict. Let me tell you, this morning, when we dey pursue, this ministry, when we dey pursue, you can finish it. Pastor, have you finished it? No. I'm finished. Did you hear what he said? He said he won't want to finish himself. Because of finishing it, we can't finish it. Let's mingle it with fun and The only language and song will be John 3:16. Bible, galore. Na make God carry me dash am, so that I go dey help am dey balance am. Okay? So relationship can also cause conflict. Conflict over children, can it cause conflict? I don't want you to train these children like this. No, this is how they should be trained. Alcohol and drug. In our midst, we have started taking alcohol. Are we quiet? Is it surprising? Alcohol and drugs. Our children have even started drugs. God will help us. It can cause conflict. Domestic abuse can cause conflict. Women's rights issues. I always tell women, I say, this is men's world. That is my own stand. If you embark on the mission of competing with a man, you are embarking on life's frustration. Pastor, am I wrong? You are embarking on just stay where you are, so long as you are being pampered and being taken care of. I'm not rubbing shoulder with anybody. Rubbing shoulder takes energy, takes strength. Different levels of reasoning also can. You know, we've talked about it. Pastor Abba mentioned it yesterday. When you are up there, try to bring your up to. Complex issues can cause conflict. Next slide. Confusion of goals and convictions in marriage, selfishness, we also mentioned it, can cause conflict. Pride can cause conflict. Gender differences can cause conflict. Personality traits is another one. There are no two persons that have the same character traits, not even twins. Identical twins, the way you can identify them is through their character, personality traits. Personality traits is another full-blown lecture. We are not going into that now. Many children can also cause conflict because they will be contending with the little resources available. Extended family differences, we have also mentioned the ignorance. Before you get into marriage, know what marriage is all about. Know that it's not for boys, it's not for girls. Marriage is not things. Lack of emotional competence can also cause conflict. Next slide. We are still talking about conflict. Unmet human expectations can cause conflict. Yeah, even when I was single, I have always been an academic person that wanted to go to school, even though I was not that intelligent. But I know they fail, they manage, they go. But I have always had it in mind to be an academic person. And when I got married, God gave me a man that also helped me to meet my needs. When he had his own PhD, he told me that I said, let's go to the studio and take a picture now. And then like the others are taking pictures, he said no. He's waiting for me to have my own PhD so that we can take the enlargement together. Thank you, sir. So when you see, get a partner that helps you to grow, that is meeting your needs. All other ground is sinking sand. You agree with me? All individuals have their needs that they strive to satisfy, as well as expectations from the other side. Next slide. Conflict in the church often arises from a variety of sources that reflects human differences. Conflict in the church has something to do with human differences. Institutional challenges and spiritual struggles. There was, which one is it, this week or last week's lesson that told us that conflicts, according to Paul, It is when there is no Christ in us. There was a way he put it. Don't know whether it's this week or last week's one. But Paul has been teaching us a lot of things about conflict in this quarter's lesson. Understanding the causes will help all of us to do justice to address conflict at their roots. Next slide, common causes among church leaders, among those who handle that. I structured this when I taught master's degree holders, pastors, when I taught them conflict management. Let's go. Let's go to slide 16. Stages of conflict escalation. Remember what we said, that conflict is natural. If conflict is natural, why is it bad? Can somebody tell us?
Conflict is a banker risk factor of currencies that circumstances can never erode. But when it landed, you must approach it with the power of love in totality in order to subdue it to management consideration.
Clap for him. Amen. So it has stages. Like I said, if conflict, we say that conflict is natural. Why? What's the question again?
If the conflict is natural, why then is it not good?
Yes, why then is it not good? Thank you, sir. Where can we trace the root of conflict from? Heaven. Conflict started in heaven. Imagine the leader of conflict coming down with percentage of who? Angels here on earth. No matter how much Pastor Popo loves me, no matter how I love him, conflict must continue until this earth is transformed. So that tells you that we have a lot on our hands. If conflict would start in heaven, can you imagine? Where is the earth again now? So understanding how conflict moves becomes very important for all of us in marriage, and it will help us to know how to manage it. Next slide. Underlying tensions and differences exist, but have not surfaced openly. That's the latent conflict. Remember the stages. Go back to the stages. We have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. Go down again. So this first one says that refers to a situation where disagreements have started coming small. Arguments have started coming small. Those things have started showing up small.